Hey my girls, hey my guys, it's me, Miss Michon, and I just want to say welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are gonna do another story time. I did a previous story time about basically how I got my teammate's phone taken, not intentionally, but kind of intentionally. So if you haven't seen that story time, make sure y'all go check that out. I'll try to put it in the description or in the cards, wherever. This story time actually was inspired by that story time because I was just thinking about my middle school years after I recorded that one, and I swear this was actually a pretty crazy, just funny story. And my life is crazy. It was crazy, it is crazy. It's just like what really be going on sometimes. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, oh my god, like what? Okay, this is the story time of where my mother, my mama, my mom, my actual birth mother, literally thought I was in a gang. A gang, y'all. A real Suwu gang. Oh my God. I don't need, it's like, do you even know me as your daughter, girl? I am too cute. Well, you know what? From what I understand, girl, they be having some gangbangers that do be cute, like, and they be really with the ish. So I don't know. However, me, I was not in a gang. I was not trying to join the gang. I was not thinking about joining the gang. I would never join a gang. I am too much of a independent, strong-minded leader. I would never, girl, a gang, you gotta be following I don't know, like the big homie, the OG, whatever. I don't know how gangs go. Okay. However, my mama really thought I was in a gang, y'all. Let me run it. And the crazy thing is, like, I'll try to show the scar of how everything. Oh my god, oh my god. Let me just. So, in middle school, when we was in gym, because this. Let me backtrack. This story also will be taking place in my middle school years when I was in, I think, again, 7th grade. It was a lot going on in 7th grade, child. 7th grade was a wicked year for me. I think this was literally when I was in like 7th grade or 8th grade, maybe. Either way. Yeah, we used to, when we would have gym and stuff, we would do like this thing called SSR, which was like silent sustained reading or whatever. So they basically used to make us read for like 15 minutes. Then we had to used to write down about what we read about, blah, 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 So that was like the first 15 minutes of gym class. Then, oh my gosh, shout out to Coach Como and Coach Benfield, baby. I don't care. Like I said, I'm saying names. One thing we was going to do is walk around that damn gym listening to Mary J. Blige, just fine, fine, fine. Oh, woo. See, I like what I see when I'm looking at you when I'm walking past the mirror. Girl, oh my God, the memories. We would, that was like our cardio. And we would just walk the square. Our gym was a square. So we would just literally walk in the square, just walk, do laps or whatever. And we had to do that. But I think after that, after we did SSR and after we did our walk, like basically our little cardio or whatever, which I guess was like mandatory, we would pretty much kind of sometimes do whatever we wanted. Sometimes people play like the dudes play basketball, girls might be jumping rope, whatever. Y'all, I was lame. Oh my God, I was lame. I used to love badminton. I used to be playing badminton by myself. Sometimes I used to be playing badminton like against the cause you know how the bleachers like go in, they come out or whatever. So sometimes when they would have the bleachers in, I would just pop that bit off the bleachers. Why? Boom, boom, boom. Like I would really just be playing badminton with myself. But nevertheless, or sometimes we would literally just do like anybody else and just sit down and talk, gossip, or just, talk about whatever boys we was crushing on or just whatever the hell we was talking about in middle school, right? Okay, so this was one of them days where we did everything we had to do. We did our SSR, we did our walking or whatever, and I wasn't playing badminton. I must have just been chilling with my friends or whatever. We were probably just talking, whatever. So now I'm trying to think if I should say this girl name because I just don't want to like offend anyone. I think I'll give her a nickname. I think I'll give her a nickname because of certain stuff that I have to say. So I'm gonna name her Brownie. That's just something simple. She was like a kind of like, she was a dark skinned girl, but you know, she's like brown. So I'm gonna name her Brownie. So there was this girl named Brownie. She was kind of, I don't want to say nothing to offend nobody, girl, especially because nowadays people are very sensitive. So I do want to, the fuck was that? What was that noise? I don't know. I don't want to offend nobody. I want to be correct or whatever. I'm a loving person, so I just don't want to offend nobody. She was just not girly. She was not a girly girl. She was not into her looks type of thing. She wasn't an ugly girl. I don't think, in my opinion, she was an ugly girl. Like, I always judge people by their face. I don't care what your body look like. I don't care what and your personality. Because sometimes you can be the prettiest bee and you can have a nasty personality, baby. That make you look like rotten eggs. That your insides and your outsides are that of rotten eggs. I don't care. I don't care. So when you're a pretty person, you have to also have a beautiful personality. Like, you can't be nasty. But anywho's, just, you know, she was a pretty girl, but she just was very not girly, very, I don't know, I don't want to say butch like, but just very, you know, just not girly. So, but you know, I didn't have nothing against her because of that. I didn't have no issue with her. I wasn't, you know, it was, I'm the type, girl, I will get along with anybody if they're getting along with me. Like, if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. Long as we could click, it's whatever. Even if you're not the type of person I vibe with or click with, you know, we still could fool. So yeah, there was this thing going around. I don't know if it was like a trend at the time. I don't know if it was just like something that homegirl realized that she could like do on herself. I don't know if she realized like she had did it to somebody else. Yeah, so like I said, I don't know if this was something, you know, that she realized she could do when. I don't know when she realized she could do it, but so, oh, sorry. Sorry, y'all. Something was in my eye. Okay. We were just sitting down chilling or whatever. We talking, whatever. You know how it is. Like, you have your group of friends, like when you at lunch or just whatever, like, you know, I don't know my demographic yet of who watches my videos. So I'm speaking to y'all, but I'm not necessarily speaking to y'all because I don't really know what age people will be watching this. You could be any age. But however, just, you know, when you have a friend group, right? So it's like me and my friend group, this one, they friend group, da da da. You know, all the like just people and their friends are like huddled up. So it's more of like, you know, the whole gym is kind of groups of like 5 or 6, 4 and 5. Like, you know, just everybody in there. Whoever your friends is, that's who you buy. So me and my friends probably just talking or whatever. Brownie comes up like over there by us, and so she was like, y'all want to see something? Y'all want to see like a trick or whatever? So here go my green ass. Oh, yeah, like, okay, like, yeah, let's see a trick. You know, we in gym, we bored, whatever. She was like, all right, but to do the trick, you got to hold out your hand. So, of course, oh, my God, I'm skeptical because this was around the time when the whole cancer face thing became a thing. Like, basically, like, you know how somebody walk up to you like, oh, you know, they say if your hand bigger than your face, you gonna have cancer. You could have cancer. So, of course, you put your hand to your face and then they pop your ass, like, you know, they like, you know, just hit you or whatever. So this was around that time where stuff like that, or like, I mean, I'm giving away the tea, but y'all, I don't know if y'all did this in y'all cities or just whatever. We used to have this thing called 5 cereals, like name 5 cereals, but it'll literally be like, they walk up, like anybody, like a random person will just walk up to you. They're gonna grab your nipple. They're gonna grab your nipple and be like, name 5 cereals. I don't know if these people was tweaking, y'all. We was bad in middle school. Well, not me. I wasn't bad. But some of the kids in my middle school was bad. But literally, you know, they used to just have little games like that. Like cancer face, 5 cereal nipples, whatever. Like, just crazy stuff. So I was just like, okay. Oh, my neck cracking. But I'm like, okay, like, you know, whatever. Like, whatever. What's the worst that could happen? So, y'all, I kid you not. I hold out my hand. She has this, y'all know, I'm going to insert a picture because I can't even describe it. But if you know, you know. The old school erasers that used to actually go onto a pencil, they were like, you know, they used to come in a pack. It used to be maybe like 10 of them, 20 of them, whatever. They were colorful. They used to have different kinds. And it was like a, you know, if you know, you know. Like, it was literally like a circular thing, but they also had like a point. It was like this. Wait, how were they made? Like this. this, that. Like, I don't know. It was like, I'm going to put a picture on the screen. The old school erasers. And y'all will get the visual of what I'm saying. So, she took the eraser. And she's holding that bitch. She grabs my hand. And she's like... so she just started rubbing my shit. So I was like, oh shit. Like, I jacked my hand back so fast, y'all. This was dumb on my part because I'm just like, Shama, why would you ever even put your hand out for her to do whatever magic trick she was doing? It was just green of me. It was just like, sometimes you have to really use your discernment. And I know when you're young, discernment just sounds like a big word. It just sounds like blah, blah, blah. It's like, you don't even know what it is, you know, but it's basically like your gut feeling. Using your discernment is like using that feeling, that conscious or just whatever inside of you, just that you know it's like something not right. Something feels off, something feels weird. Like discernment is something a lot more young people and just people in general really need to tap into. I think it would save certain people in certain situations so much grief and heartache and just trouble, because it's like, if you would have really went with your gut feeling and trusted what you felt was just not right, you probably would have been a little better off. Nevertheless, child, she grabbed my fucking hand and she erased the hell out of my hand. And so, of course, it created a brush burn. It literally created a real bad brush burn. And it at the time, it really hurt. That's why I jacked my hand back. So... that was that. I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, you know, type shit. Like, you know, I probably laughed it off. I'm like, oh my God, you tweaking, you blowing it, like whatever. You know, well, we didn't have that kind of lingo. We didn't say tweaking or blowing it when we was in middle school. I don't know what kind of lingo we had, but I probably was just like, oh my God, like you doing too much or just, you know, whatever, like whatever. So, you know, she laughing, my friends laugh. We laugh it off. It was nothing like I had to like beat her up over or like we had to fight, or it was nothing. It was nothing too big or too crazy that we really got into an actual altercation. Me and this girl had no prior beef. We had no issues then. We had no beefs after. She erased the hell out of my hand. It was nothing. Yo, I kid you not. It probably was like days later. Like my mama was so at this, me now at 26, I always say like, I want to be the type of mama in certain ways that my mama was, because my mom was so attentive, and she was very attentive to like small things, like the things that you would never think she's even paying attention to. She was attentive as F, and she literally paid attention to small details. She could sniff out a lie like, oh my gosh, them the powers I want from my mama. But sometimes she would just blow it like for no reason, like stuff like this. It was days later. This lady literally, let's say I'm just, oh my God, let's say I'm helping her cook. I don't know. I don't remember the exact instance of what I was doing, but I remember this. Let's say I'm helping her cook or whatever. She literally was like, what is that on your hand? I was like, wait, huh? Like, you know, like, wait, what? She was like, what is that? What is that mark? What is that scar? What is that scab on your hand? Because at this time, of course, you know, it probably only broke maybe 2 or 3 layers of skin. So it's a scar, a scab, but it's not like, girl, not down to the white meat. It's not nothing that's like bleeding or nothing. Like, it's nothing serious at all. But I guess, you know, it's like I'm dark skinned, but it was dark enough because it hadn't started kind of turning like black to start healing or whatever. And she saw it and she wondered what happened to me. And so I just told her, I was like, oh, we was just playing a game or whatever when we was in gym, and my friends was like playing like a little stupid game or whatever, and she just like erased my hand. It caused like a little brush burn. She said, what? I said, yeah, look, we was in gym, blah, blah, blah. You know, my friend, little brush burn, whatever. You know, it's cool. She said, Shama, are you serious? When did this happen? I said, the other day. She said, and why are you just now telling me about it? I was like, cause I ain't really realized that you cared or thought that it was that important for me to come and tell you. Now, mind you, what I will say, my mom always, like, she was the type of mom, number one, she picked me up and dropped me. Well, my daddy would drop me off at school because he went to work earlier than my mama. And I used to like to be at school early. Like I said, I love school. I love school. So I used to sometimes be like, I kid you not, the first student at school. I mean, sometimes there were times where there was this gate on the little side street. I would just wait outside the gate until they opened the school up. Like it was lame. It was kind of sad, but whatever. Like I could have went to work with my mom. I also used to love to go to work with my daddy. My daddy used to listen to like the nephew Tommy, little Steve Harvey morning show and stuff. The little Strawberry Letter Girl. It used to be a lit fucking time, bro. Anyways, so I was always like the first one at school. Either way, my mama and my daddy would, pick me up and drop me off. I never caught the bus ever in middle school. Every day when I would come home, my mom would ask me how was my day, what did I do from first period to 8th period. You know what I'm saying? So she was the type, she always just wanted to be like very interactive in our world, like me and my siblings, my brother's world, and just make sure that she was very hands-on and aware of what the F was going on in our lives. So like I said, I want to be that type of mom. I want to be so hands-on and just so in the mix, but not so in the mix. So long story short, she's like, why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you let me know, that this happened or whatever? And I'm like, Ma, I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. Okay, my bad. I had a hiccup. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it out or not. Anyway, I didn't know if it was a big deal, so I didn't tell her. I didn't come home and be like, Ma, this girl erased my hand today in gym. Oh my God, Now, another tidbit. So when I was in middle school, my middle school's colors were like, girl, I don't know, because we used to wear these little plaid skirts and it had green in it. It was like dark green, gray. I mean, yeah, dark green, like strips of white, red. I don't know. It would go. No, I don't remember. I'm so glad I don't have to wear a school uniform ever again in my life. Anyways, but basically we used to either wear like red shirts or white shirts and whatever plaid, and the dudes wore like khaki or whatever. So literally, I used to try to, of course, match and try to be cute. Now, mind you, y'all, I was one of them too also. Like, just as lame as I would try to be cool when I went to school. Like, I'm super Christian, being raised super Christian at home, super morals, values, whatever. But at school, I'm trying to be a hot girl. Like, I'm trying to be like all the other girls, like be cute and just be fashionable or whatever. Like some girls' uniforms just used to be looking so cute and this and that. Especially, Lord, when I got to high school, I was so out of my league. Oh my God. If this is the average New Orleans girl, this was me. I was just over here, I was baby girl as fuck. And I still am. I'm 26 and I ain't gonna lie. I'm still super just conservative kind of. I guess certain stuff I will wear and do. But there's certain stuff, it's I don't know. I'm so conservative in this world. But either way, I used to try to make my uniform look so cute. So I used to take my shoelaces from other shoes and interchange them. I used to wear Chucks or All-Stars. Whatever. I'll put a picture of that if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But I used to wear Chucks. So I used to put them different lace. Sometimes I have white lace. Sometimes I have black lace. Sometimes I have red lace. Whatever. I'm doing it. So that was my way of doing it. So I remember at this time, I had red laces. I used to always wear my red laces. And I thought I ain't gonna lie, I was wearing them for a minute because the red laces looked cold. They looked the cutest. It literally looked very cute, especially when I wore my red shirt. Shitting me? What are you talking about? You couldn't tell me nothing. So I was wearing red laces at that time in my shoes. My mama literally took the red shoelaces and the fact that this girl did this to me and said, out of her own, just out of thin air. This, she put this together with her own mind. I never told her this. This was so far from the truth. I can't stress how far from the truth that it really was. She said, Shama, have you been initiated into a gang? I said, what in the flip-flop, flim-flam, in the frickety frock are you talking about? I said, no. Why would you ever even think that? Mind you, my big brother, my older brother, not my oldest brother, because I don't want nobody to get anything misconstrued if they know me. But if you know me, you know my older brother that's older than me, and you know how he is. especially at that time. He's changed now, girl. He's a wholesome man. He's a daddy. He's doing his job. He's doing what he gotta do in life. And he ain't contributing to negative stereotypes. But we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving. But at this time, my brother was a full Suwoo blooded up banger. And I mean that there actually will be another story that just popped in my head when it comes to my brother and him banking. Oh my God. Anyways, so it wasn't far-fetched for her to think that one of her children would be involved in that life. My thing is, clearly she didn't, like, girl, you don't know me well. You don't know me well at all, because see, me as your daughter, you should know that I'm too cute for that. I wouldn't even allow myself. Don't you got to get jumped into a gang? You think I'm about to let people beat me up to be a part of something? But like, I'm not about to let nobody disrespect me, talk crazy to me, do me any kind of way, all down bad, just to be a part of whatever organization, a gang or a sorority or any of that. It's not happening. So she really should have known me better than that. Off dump. I said, Ma, I have not been initiated into no gang. I'm not in no gang. What are you talking about? She said, Shama, you got the scar right there. What else could it mean? And why else would you allow somebody to violate you like that? Blah, blah, blah. Y'all, she's going in. She's going off. So I'm like, bro, you tweaking. Like, it's that. When I tell you that's so far from the case, that's not the case. Y'all, I'm sorry. This necklace is getting on my nerves. I like it to stay centered. But I'm like, girl, that's not the case. Shut up. You sound stupid. Like, you really do kind of sound stupid. Like, no offense, but that's not the case. So she was like, so why else would you allow her to do that scar? Why would you allow her to mark your body? It's like the mark of the beast. I said, bitch, not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast? What are you? Yo, I'm sorry. Them airplanes be... with the state of this country right now, I'm not gonna lie, I get a little like nervous when I hear airplanes. I'll be thinking like somebody's about to come bomb us. Like, I don't know, when I hear airplanes too close, it make my nerves bad. I don't know. Sorry. However, I hope y'all can like even hear what I'm talking about with the airplanes. Does that not sound scary? That's an airplane. Do that not sound scary as hell? Bro, that be making my nerves bad. I'm almost about to cry. I didn't make my nerves bad because I be feeling like it's Russia or Korea or somebody just coming to really give us what we been asking for, because the U.S. is just so despicable. But none of that talk. Never mind. They gone. We safe. It sounded so close though. God. Anyways. What was I talking about? What happened with her? My whole train of thought is off now. Oh, girl, look. Never mind. So, my mom was going in. She going off. So, at this point, it's really pretty much nothing I could say to convince her that I wasn't in a gang, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. She really was, like, hard up. She was like, yeah. Like, I know that to be true. Oh, you know what? I didn't even show y'all the scar. Let me see if I can get a little close. So, yeah. It's totally faded. You can't barely see anything. Tough. Let me see. Yeah. It's so crazy. See, that's how much of a brush burn it was. It was nothing serious, but basically, let me see if I can find it in the dark. Okay, here we go. Okay. Gotta keep my finger by it. So this, it looks like kind of nothing because, you know, whatever, but I'm trying to, if you look, you can kind of see this light little darkness right here, but this is where the scar was or whatever. And I'm trying to, yeah, see, it's not really a way, because it's nothing. It faded away. I'm 26. It faded away a long time ago, but it's still like, you know, a little bit, you could kind of see where she did it or whatever. But at the time, of course, it had just happened. So the scar was like fresh, looking like a scar. So anyways, child, my mother did not believe me. She took it a step further. And was like, tomorrow when we go to school, I'm going to come with you. And we're going to go talk to Miss Coon. And we're going to bring her in there. And we're going to see what is this all about. I said, I know you motherfucking lying to me. Why is Miss Coon being involved? Why are we really going to make this a thing? Why are you coming to my school? Why are you not believing me when I tell you I'm not in a gang? Hello? It was a nightmare. So fast forward, it's the next day. We get to school. This lady literally she brings me to school. She goes to Miss Coon's office. She, asks to speak with her, whatever. And she's like, I want something done about this. I want something done. I want this talked about. I want some kind of action done. So I think they ended up calling Brownie in there or in the office or just something like that. And they asked her, like, does it have anything to do with gang affiliation or gang initiation? And the girl was like, no. And my thing is, when my mama saw her and just saw her physical appearance, even when I got, like, I'm kind of jumping forward, but even when I got home, my mama really did not believe me. She really thought I was, like, about to start playing for the other team and literally in a gang. She just was thinking those things about me. And I'm just like, Mom, you're really slow to even think these type of things, because why would you feel like I would join a gang? Because my shoelaces are red and because I've got a prank played on me, basically. Like, it was a prank. It was like a little thing. We're in gym and it was something fun. It was never that serious. Like, beef for real. It was never that serious. So we're in the office or whatever, she tells Miss Coon, like, she wants something done or whatever. I really honestly don't know if the girl Brownie got in trouble. I don't know if Miss Coon, like, gave her some kind of disciplinary action, but it's like Miss Coon didn't even see it happen. Yeah, it's, well, she did admit that she did it. So I was about to say, it's kind of her word against mine, but she did admit that she did it, but it was like a play thing. It was never nothing that serious. But long story short, my mama, she wasn't going for that. So Miss Coon, like, kind of assured my mama, like, that she was gonna, take care of it or that someone's gonna do. But after that, low key, just for maybe like the next week or two or whatever, Miss Coon was on my case. Like, she was really just treating me like a fragile little child. Like, that's the type of stuff I hated when mama, like, don't you hate when, like, your parents advocate for you, but it kind of make it worse, because then you on everybody's radar. It's like, oh, her mama don't play, so let's make sure she's straight. Let's make sure nothing happening to her. What you doing? How you, like, it's like you didn't become under a microscope, because now they trying to make sure they don't got to see your mama and deal with all that bull crap again, because they're trying to make sure you're just not getting into any trouble or nobody messing with you or whatever. Now, it's like, I didn't necessarily like that kind of stuff, because I just want to be a regular kid. I want to go through middle school and just do stuff, make mistakes, have fun, whatever, on my own. I don't need the disciplinarian literally to kind of, like, looking out for me or whatever. Now, mind you, that did come in handy in another situation. Y'all, oh my God. Miss Coon used to be having my back sometime. I ain't even gonna lie. She used to be having my back. She definitely used to be having my back. But, But, yeah, that was pretty much the end of this story time. Yeah, like, I pretty much was in gym and got a little prank played on me, and you couldn't tell my mama that I wasn't banged out. Like, you couldn't tell her that I wasn't really, like, super. Well, I don't want to disrespect nobody else either, so let me not. But, you couldn't tell her that I wasn't blood gangs down. Like, you hear me? Like, it was a thing for her. She definitely had it convinced in her head that that was the case. And it's crazy, because I would love to bring this story up to her now and be like, girl, you know how stupid you looked? Like, you know how dumb you sounded back then? Girl, you was dragging it. Like, I can laugh about it now because I'm grown, but you was dragging. You embarrassed me back then. But anyway, anyways, that's pretty much it, y'all. This is the end of this story time. Like I said, I hope homegirl didn't get in trouble. Brownie, if you connecting any of the dots and you see this video, girl, you got me in some motherfucking trouble. I wish I would have never put my hand out for you, ever. Like, that one little thing led to a domino effect of so many things. But that's it. That's all, for real, for real. That's the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, mess with your girl, you know, hit me up, follow me on Instagram. I'll have everything in my all my social media links in my description bar, because I'm very active on Instagram. Well, not very, girl, I mean, I lied. I'm active as I can be on Instagram. I'm more active on TikTok. And that's all I say. Cause my Twitter, I don't be on Twitter like that for real. I mean, I have a burner, of course, but I don't be on my like a real Twitter page or whatever like that. So that's that. Yeah. I love y'all. I will catch y'all in the next video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all laughed. Got a kiki. Got a life lesson. Kids, don't let nobody play with you. Don't let nobody prank you. When they tell you put your hand in front of your face, don't do it. If they look like they're about to come grab your nips, run away. Okay? If they tell you put your hand out, don't do it. But for real, that is it. That's all. This is the end of this video. I love y'all. I will see y'all in my next video. And y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for it.